All right. So, welcome to Path Phys. We're venturing into new waters. I've never taught this class as a asynchronous, so this is a little bit new for me. Um, Usually, I do a live lecture for my students because it's more complex information. It's the next step up, right? You did AP1, AP2, and then Path Phys. So it's the next step up. So I hate to kind of leave you guys alone. So my plan is weekly. Um, we'll find a day where I can lecture. The lectures aren't super long. I want you guys to go through the material first, the soft chalks, kind of work through it. And that's even when I teach the class, when I taught it in person, when I taught it live lecture, standard live lecture, that's what I expected the students to do, is to work through the material. When we come to lecture, it's almost like we're having a conversation. Sometimes you guys know the material better than me sometimes because you're studying it in the moment. I'm recalling it, right? Um, so I want you to work through it. And the goal, when I got handed this class, so it used to be Dr. Schultz's class many moons ago, the lady from the videos. Um, and she asked me to teach it because I have clinical experience. And so she was kind of like, this is what I've done with it. This is what the goal was. It used to be a requirement for rad tech. They got rid of it. I held on to it, and students decided to take it. They really enjoyed it, and they learn a lot from it. So what I did is I've been taking it a step further. I'm bridging my students so that when you go into your grad programs, you know how to study on your own. That is the goal. Okay. So my purpose here now in this class is I'm here to answer when you're really, really stuck. I'm here to just like when we look at images like x-rays to show you what you should be looking at because it may not pop out to you. That kind of thing. That's my goal. All right. Not leaving you out in the dark. Don't worry. Okay. The class is set up well. You guys are strong students. You can do well in this, no problem. Last year, because I only run this every spring, I had 24 students. Of the 24, 23 had A's and B's. All right. So you can do well. The other three had C's. And that being said, I used to live lecture that class. Those three did not attend a single lecture. They were just watching the recordings. So the reason I'm bringing that up is I'm going to record for you. I will upload it. But when you sit down and watch the recording, treat it like you're sitting in a class. No distractions. Watch it. Make your notes. Okay. The goal is, like I said, I want you to be able to go to your programs. They hand you a textbook and they say test is next week on Tuesday. And you're like, cool, I'll study this. I'll do fine. That's the goal. All right. Path Phys is a very neat class, and I'm trying to set it up to where you guys have that self responsibility to do what you need to do to have to succeed. Okay. So let me share my screen so we can go through a couple things here. All right, so I've got the understart here, the syllabus, just run through it. The calendar. So I kind of did it a little different this time since we're asynchronous. So on here, I posted what my expectation of you guys to do. I took like what I would like how I would go through it if it was a two day a week lecture, and what the material I would be covering. And then instead of having like a review session, we would do like Q&A, and most of the time, honestly, the Q&A was kind of like not much going on. The students kind of already knew where they needed to be. Sometimes they wanted me to run through like, I don't even know, Punnett squares. Okay, some like very basic things. If you guys have questions like that and we feel that we need to set up a Q&A session, let me know and I will set up a Q&A session for us. Okay. But what I did, instead of having dedicated Q&A sessions, I'm giving you a week window, like the entire work week window, to take your exam. So your exams are going to be on Respondus. It tracks eye, it tracks all movement, everything. So I've been given the okay by our dean to use Respondus. I'm the only instructor allowed to do it. I think there's like one physics class or something, but that's it. We are trusting you guys. Please don't ruin it. Don't try and cheat. The system is really strong. It records you the entire time, video and audio. When you guys go to take your tests, we'll talk about it when we get closer, but pick up your computer, show me everything around you, show me that there's nothing there. There should be nothing on your desk. Um, I will allow like a scratch paper. You'll show it both sides to me, show it at the beginning, show it in the end, so there's no discrepancies there. It is for each test, 1 through 4, 50 multiple choice questions. And then the final exam is 100 multiple choice. Okay. The goal here is for you guys to learn. It's not supposed to be a stress class. All right. Um, when you go under lessons, that's hidden. Okay. You'll see the assignments turn in folder, and we'll talk about those in a second. There's a Respondus practice quest. I haven't set up the Respondus stuff yet, so don't worry about that. You can't access exams yet. I still need to tweak some stuff there, here and there, and then I'll send you guys passwords to deal with that. Okay, so don't worry about that yet. Let's see. I didn't set up a policy quiz. I probably need to set up a policy quiz since we're not doing attendance and it's asynchronous. I'll send you guys an email. All right. Here's the book that you need if you haven't gotten it. It's a good book. It's Here's my gripe with it. It's made for nurses, and as you guys work through here and you're reading it and you're studying, and you're going to be like, okay, there's point A, point B, point F. Wait, A, B, where's C, D, and E? And you'll catch it. You'll notice it. They're bringing it like master's level, and as you study, you'll notice stuff is missing. So that's my gripe with it. So my book that I highly, highly, highly recommend. Let me grab it. This guy. Okay. I don't know if you can see it because I'm sharing. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So Rapid Review Pathology by Edward Goulion. I actually had him as a teacher personally. Super, super awesome material. Still reference it every once in a while. You'll see when I'm teaching you guys. Sometimes I'll get stuck on something. I'll pull this book out just for clarification. Um, but the images in here are great. You can get whatever edition. He tweaks it a little bit here and there. But yeah, he's a big name pathologist. I think he teaches for like Ohio State or something like that, and Oklahoma State. Okay. Um, when I did my board prep, he was the instructor that came to cover path phys or pathology. So very, very good book. Just get a cheap one. It really doesn't matter. You'll reference it forever. Okay. Homework. So as you guys saw, I know it says due by Sunday evening. Ignore that. I made the due date. What did I make it? April 3rd.
April 28th, the
April
very
28th.
last day of classes.
Yes. Okay, same for the assignments. So the homeworks and assignments are due April 28th. You are adults. You are taking this class because you want to take this class and you want to have. Ooh, that's not good. Um, you took this, or you're taking this class to excel in your future. Work through the homeworks as you study the material. Let me just check something, because I know I tweaked it. Hopefully it carried over. Yes. I set it to unlimited attempts, and it takes your highest grade. So what grade should we have on all our homework?
A's, hundreds.
Hundreds. You need to do them as you go along. Use them as a quiz, use them as a study guide. That doesn't mean click through it, click through it, click through it till you get the right answer. Study, blindly go through it, mark the topics you're not feeling good about, what you get wrong, go back, study, take again, work like that. That self quizzing will help you focus on the areas that you're not learning. You don't know it yet. You'll create efficiency in your study time. Okay. For study material, nothing will come on the exams outside of the soft chalk notes. So they're like documents, PDFs on here. So you just read through them, create your own notes from here. Everything in here is fair game. So anything on here is testable. Okay, this is your lecture notes. There's just no questions in here. All right. We had the soft chalks, and what happened was at some point they updated the system, and because Dr. Schultz didn't update like what platform they were on or something, we couldn't go back and get them. We lost them. So I was like, I'm gonna change it up. The soft chalks were unlimited attempts. So I was like, yeah, let's just make the homeworks unlimited attempts, and it worked out. Students do them as they work through it, and it works out great. So if you see, I don't know why this is active. These links won't work anymore. Yeah, they're not gonna work anymore. And if they do work, don't worry, it's not for a grade. Nothing like that. Okay, just quirky stuff sometimes on Blackboard. Like this worked. I don't know why it's not working anymore. That's wonderful. Yeah. Ugh. Cool. So that video doesn't work anymore. Anyhow. All right. So that's pretty much the class. The last thing on here, the final exam review, there's a Word document in here. It's got like 90 something questions on it. I would go ahead and put it into your open it up, put it on a Word document, and as you're studying, fill out the questions, create the final exam review as you go along. Okay. Create flashcards, create whatever study materials you need to as you go along. I'm really trying to set it up as more of a self-study class, a self-learn class with my assistants there. And then we'll figure out what day we'll do lectures on. So oh shoot, did I close the schedule? There's downloads. Where did I think that's it. So I'll let you guys work through like this week and maybe like Friday or something, or Saturday, Sunday. It really doesn't matter to me if I have flexibility. And I'll give you guys a couple days or a couple time slots to pick, and we'll figure out when we can meet and we'll talk about these topics. We'll just go through like my PowerPoint, stuff like that, see what needs to be covered. If you have any questions, I'll answer questions, anything you're stuck on. And we'll work it like that, and we'll be good. Cool? Any questions?
Nope, no questions for me.
And what I'll do, by the way, I'll create a folder here. Oh, we didn't talk about the assignments. My bad. I'll create a folder here, and I'll put like videos or whatever, and that's where I'll upload the videos from. I have to put them on like YouTube and then put them on to here. The assignments. There's 6 assignments due, and I dropped the 2 lowest. I believe is what I have it set to, and I believe I dropped the 2 lowest homeworks as well. So when you guys are going through the lessons folders, you'll come across these assignments. You need to type them up.
I have seen that.
And just type them up, fill them out. I need the questions there, okay, for grading purposes. If sometimes there's something where like you need to draw it. That's fine, draw it by hand. But otherwise, I'd like it typed up so I can read it. Okay. Trust me on this class. Do what I'm saying about studying, working through the material. I've had numerous students report back to me this has been a game changer for when they get into their programs. They are leaps and bounds ahead of their classmates. Their knowledge in the material is much, much stronger. And I'm not saying they didn't just go to GTC. Like, I've got one that went to Albany State and he's doing his master's now, and it just world of a difference how he feels compared to his classmates and how he's been able to excel and whatnot. So even to the point where nursing instructors at our school, a student told me this, former student, was like, the nursing instructors said, find someone that took Path Phys, study with them, they know how to study. So trust the craziness, and we'll make it through. All right.
What was the name of the book that you recommended again?
Rapid Review Pathology by Edward Goulion.
Thank you.
Welcome. Where did my screen go? Ah, there we go. So yeah, really good book, and like, I didn't show you the inside, but it's basically in outline form. And then he has like all these like wicked images, real clear images all throughout there. So it's real easy when you want to reference something like a topic and you just flip to it and it's the breakdown of everything, like, how do we identify it? What are percentages? What are causations? Diagnosis, clinical findings, laboratory findings, diagnosis, prognosis, all of that. Breaks it all down. Really, really good book. And yeah, get whatever edition. It doesn't matter. This one is, what is it, fourth edition? And I have another one somewhere. Yeah. Because he gave us, this is the newer one. He gave us the new one, and I have another. Oh, there's my other one. Can you tell I used it a bit in comparison? It's so beat. But yeah. Get this book. Okay? Any questions? We feel good about this. We're ready to study, ready to crush it. A little different than the AMP courses, structure-wise, but trying to get you guys to be self-learners as much as possible. So, cool. If there's no questions, I'll let you get to it. I'll send out a poll at some point about when we can meet to cover material, cover the first couple chapters, and go over them. All right. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you all later. Email me if you need me. pnakhla@gwinnettech.edu. Welcome, Yusra. See you all later. Bye.